Welcome to another video, ladies and gentlemen. It always seems that at the times that we are dealing with the most things, that other things get thrown into the pile. What I'm talking about is the fires in Maui, which have decimated so many homes, destroyed so many lives, so many families. Now, on top of that, we have this issue over here in Florida, where this gunman goes into Dollar General and just starts shooting at people, apparently off of, some sort of racist leanings. Then right on the heels of that, you have this other guy going into UNC Chapel Hill and killing a member of faculty. So let's look at this real quick. We're trying to figure out if this is generic. Is it happening at they're saying? Is this guy some sort of Manchurian candidate that we don't know? Because from what they said, after he killed those people, then he took himself out. So, you would think a person like that who has, all these leanings would want to make them public after committing these heinous acts, right? They would want to say what's on their mind, let the public know why they acted, how they acted, but somehow decides to take himself out. Anyways, let's take a listen.
Another mass shooting this weekend, this time at a Dollar General store in Jacksonville, Florida. Police say the gunman killed 3 black people in a racially motivated attack yesterday afternoon. CBS News correspondent Wendy Gillette has the latest.
There were tears and deep grief outside the Dollar General store in the northwest section of Jacksonville, where police say a white man filled with hate launched a devastating attack.
Plainly put, this shooting was racially motivated and he hated black people.
Police say the gunman, who was in his 20s, donned a bulletproof vest and mask in the predominantly black neighborhood before entering the store. They say he was armed with a handgun and an AR-15 style rifle painted with swastikas, and that he killed 2 black men and a black woman, then took his own life.
At 1:18 p.m., he texted his father and told his father to check his computer. At 1:53 p.m., the shooter's family members called the Clay County Sheriff's Office. By that time, he had already begun shooting in Jacksonville.
Police say the gunman left behind racist writings at his family's home.
It's just something that should not and must not continue to happen in our community.
The attack comes exactly 5 years after a shooting at a video game tournament in Jacksonville that left 2 people dead and injured 10 others. Police say the gunman's writings indicate that may have been why he committed the shooting this weekend. Wendy.
Okay, so this guy had writings, and why do I bring up the whole Manchurian candidate situation? Well, if you listen to Republicans, especially black Republicans on YouTube, they'll tell you that Florida is this sort of utopia under DeSantis. Now, one way of disproving that would be to have a mass shooting, but not only to have one, but to have one that is racially motivated. Now, for that, you would either need to have some sort of lone wolf nut, which I'm not saying by any stretch of the imagination does not exist. It may. It very well may. I don't know. But if you couldn't find that sort of person, then one would have to, quote unquote, be created, right? And this is where the Manchurian candidate comes in. What I did not know about this movie was that it was based on a book that was written in 1959. And when I saw this date, it immediately registered as a date that somehow had some significance to me. I kept on thinking, what was it? And I'm like, oh yeah, this date is important because it happened during the exact same time that Operation MK Ultra was going on. Start date 53, end date 73. Now, this is why I made a video some time ago saying that I suspect these things are still running, these programs. It's weird that the book was written just 6 years after this program started. So this guy, this Richard Condon, he obviously knew about this program. which is, I'm guessing, why he wrote the book only 6 years later. He uncovered some dirt some way, somehow about it, and that's why he put that book out there. Which, of course, relates back to what I'm talking about with this situation and the guy targeting black people specifically. Now, as I said, it might be an overplay for the underlay or an underlay for the overplay. What do I mean? If they're trying to get somebody to sort of start a race war, so to speak, you get this random person, he shoots, kills 3 black people, then takes himself out, then you really can't go into asking him any questions. There's no resolution. But from what we've learned from people like Manson, Helter Skelter is something that he said would be started by blacks and ended by blacks. And these are a few of his acolytes on screen. And I think I understand now why he said that it would be started by blacks. I don't think he meant that blacks would be the catalyst, but that something would happen, right? And blacks en masse would react, and that's what would start it off. And I think an event such as that could have people on edge where something happening thereafter could set it off. Now, as I said, this is from Charles Manson, who is, he was a career criminal before the Tate LaBianca murders. So, not a guy that you really want to take this sort of information from, wholesale. But then again, the Manson timeline is the same as MK Ultra. Keep that in mind, right? So the timeline that he was operating during was the same time that this was going on. So could he have been one of the operatives? Who knows? It is within the realm of possibility. That's all I'm saying. And this guy here going in with his manifesto or whatever, killing these people, then turn the pistol or the rifle on himself. It just absolutely makes no sense, right? Absolutely no sense at all. He has this rifle that has swastikas on it, yet he doesn't go out to target a Jewish community. He comes to a place that's predominantly black, targets black people. The story's all over the place. But again, it's one of these things to distract you from everything else that's going on. That's how I see it, because there's a lot of heat coming on with those Miley fires regarding the elites and such who have wealth and properties in that place. And it looks like a giant land grab. I gotta say, from everything I've seen, that's what it really looks like. It looks like it was started, accidentally by the wires that fell to the ground in the dry brush and started the fires, and the fire trucks took long to come. But thereafter, the fact that the fire trucks took so long to come, it's concerning, because you hear people recording and saying, we're waiting on the fire trucks. Like, what exactly is going on? So you never know. There could be things at play that people don't know about, don't see, haven't been informed of, and they're playing out before your eyes, and you just have no idea. But this is one of those situations where I see it happen, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't like the look of it. I don't like the sound of it. Is he acting alone? We don't know. It's like another Dylan Roof of sorts, or, anybody that's. Then we have this situation at Chapel Hill. This supposedly Asian guy goes in there, shoots at a member of faculty. It's, all these things that are happening. Like, what is it leading to? Well, I mean, I know it is that time where the love of many have turned cold, but to me, there's always another end game at play. Something that you don't see, but is coming down the pipeline. And I think that's what we have to be mindful of. That's what we have to be thinking of when these things happen, to see what happens thereafter. Anyways, I hope you liked the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something from it. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Share it with everybody you know. Until next time, be safe out there. I'm out. Peace.